Well, someone's already left. Great. So find a position where you can feel supported and as comfortable as possible. What we do today is not dissimilar to what we did last week, because Tia, who was there last week, said that rest is a skill, and I really agree with that. And I think it would be good to just start with one supportive pose for a while, which is Savasana again today. So we'll do a short centerings, then some slow movement, and then I'll show you one thing around Shavasana. We'll talk a little bit about that, and then we'll go into Shavasana and we'll do some meditation in Shavasana. Feel free to ask any question in the chat, or, you know, if there is anything that you're not sure about, that's absolutely fine. But yeah, otherwise, so we're just starting. So if you're joining now, if you haven't missed anything, just find a supported position, whether that's seated or lying down, in a position where ideally you can breathe with some ease. And just find as much comfort as possible today. So we're just arriving here where our body is. So not anywhere else, whether that's another place or another time. So we're not in the past, we're not in the future. We're allowing our breath to flow as freely as possible, to arrive here in this present moment, all together in this lovely and wise community. You may close your eyes or find a soft gaze. Sometimes I like to find something to look at that's inspiring, beautiful around me when I don't really want to close my eyes. So for me, that's the rose bushes just outside my window. So that's an option for you if you feel like you don't want to close your eyes at this moment. But what this does is just we're starting to tell the nervous system that we are okay, we are safe, and we can maybe start to let go a little bit. And another way to support this is noticing the breath and the sensations, and with a sense of curiosity and compassion, aiming not to judge or labeling what's happening or even trying to change it. There's nothing to change. You great as you are right now. And maybe notice what that feels, what I just said just then, that you are okay, that you are perfect as you are. And just continuing to breathe and noticing that breath, maybe the temperature as it comes into your nostrils, And again, the temperature as it comes out of your nostrils, is there any difference? How does that feel to just notice? And if that feels okay to you, we're going to take 3 breaths together. So inhale, exhale, and maybe with that next inhale, bringing your shoulders up to your ears. And exhale, just releasing everything. Inhale. Again, shoulders to your ears if you like, and big exhale, maybe with a big sigh. Just releasing any remaining tension that exists in your body mind. So stay here and continue to notice your breath and your body sensations, or maybe we can add some gentle movement. So whatever, whatever is your body telling you that it would like right now. So mine would like to sway from side to side. So that's a good option. Maybe adding some side bends. So either with the arms or without the arms. I'm just going gently and slow right now. Let the breath forgot the word. Move you. Like let the breath set the pace of your movement, whether that's some twists, some raising the arm above the head like Melinda is doing, and Angie, some cat and cow, arching the back as you exhale, and then as you inhale, arching the back very gently. Just I'm gonna do another round for you too. That is really much your cue to do what your body, mind is needing right now. And just trying to find some movement that is nourishing, where you can cultivate that presence in this moment. So still not in the past, not in the future. Not anywhere else, but here right now. And if you're moving, you can absolutely stop at any time and coming back to a supported, comfortable shape that works for you. And just wait for the rest of us to finish our movements. Maybe just 30 seconds more for moving. Oh, sorry, I hope you didn't hear my shoulder crack right now. Didn't think of that. But it's okay. If your joints are cracking, that's kind of normal. I know some people really hate that sound, so I apologize. But yeah. And then coming back to center gently. Or you can continue moving if that's what your body is craving. As you know, You do whatever you want. All I offer is an offering. It's just suggestions. So if you just want to do completely something else, I'm okay with it. So let's take a short pause and see how we feel right now after those movements. Has anything changed? Just noticing what's present for you right now. So coming back. So I'm sharing my screen at the moment. Can you see it? Ellie? Yeah. So we're going to go into Shavasana. And I wanted to show some options that I thought it's a resource from one of my teacher, Jivana Heyman. And so we talked about this a little bit last week about all the different options that you can take for Shavasana. Basically, the one rule, there's only one rule with Shavasana, is that Shavasana is what feels like Shavasana to you. So if even none of these feel like Shavasana to you, then do what you need to do to feel supported and comfortable and in a place where you can breathe easily and you find softness in your body, and some sense of stillness. So for these are lying down with loads of props, I really do recommend that you bring some pillows, some blankets, eye pillows, a scarf to cover your eyes, you know, elevate your feet, your knees, your head, your anything that you need to bring some support or some space, depending on which part of the body we're talking about. If you're seated, then bringing another chair close to you, and so that you can bring your legs, if that's accessible to you, on top of the chair can be a really good option. Or just a wool blanket or pillow underneath the feet is really good as well. If you're seated as well, one good thing to do is to bring here like a wool blanket or some kind of really flat pillow, or maybe I mean, maybe sandbags if you're used to it, like maybe on shoulders, but not so that it doesn't add too much pressure and weight, so that it's still comfortable and not asking too much of the body. But if it brings some level of, if it does release some tension, that can be good. The one thing that's not shown on this one is you can lay on your side, on any side. And if you would do that, I would recommend to bring a pillow or a bolster underneath, in between your knees, and one for underneath your head to support your neck. That is a really good option as well. Is there any questions about Shavasana? Anything you'd like to talk about before we start? No? So take your time. It's all part of the practice. Do bring your as many props as you need. Maybe you can even go to the the restroom if you need. Have a sip of water, or a drink, just so that your body feels okay. We're trying to find the conditions. There's nothing ideal, there's nothing perfect, but trying to think of things that may happen. And if they do happen, take a note of it so that either we can talk about it afterwards. I'll leave some time again so we can have a chat. Or that next time, oh, I felt a little cold. So maybe bring some socks, blankets for next time if you don't have them around you right now. And, it's not easy to grab them now, which I appreciate. But that's okay. There's no ideal Shavasana. And even when you think you've got the ideal conditions, something may happen. And that's the practice. That's part of the practice, is how can you still be in that, try to be in that state of relaxation, even when there are stuff going on around you. So that is part of it. And that's hard. I appreciate that. So I've talked way too much. So we're going to go into Shavasana, as I've said. So find your versions of one that feels supportive right now. Feel free to move at some point if it doesn't feel as supportive anymore. But find that shape now. So that we can then explore and experience stillness, quiet, and care for ourselves for a few minutes. And we'll start with a short body scan. So starting with your lower body, so maybe with your toes and the sole of your feet. Just noticing what's present. Is there any tension, any pain? How does it feel? And same as earlier, noticing with a sense of curiosity and compassion. And moving up to the ankles, the calves, the shins. Just noticing what's present. And is there any difference between both sides, between the right and the left? And moving up to the knees and the back of the knees. To the thighs, the quads and the hamstrings. Noticing what's present and bringing some compassion and care. Moving up to the pelvic bowl, buttocks, and the belly and all the different organs in this area. Just noticing again what's present. Not trying to change anything again. Moving up to the chest, the heart center, collarbones. And just noticing again. Taking some inhale and some exhale. Letting the bed, the couch, the seat, the floor support you as you do this body scan and noticing what's present. Moving to the lower back, the spine, as you go up the spine, the thoracic spine, and all the way to the neck, the back of the neck, the throat. What's happening here? Is there warmth or cold? Any tension or some comfort? And all of these can exist at the same time. Our bodies are weird machines like this. So just noticing what's happening in this present moment. In the throat, the shoulders, the armpits, the arms, the elbows, the wrists, and the hands, all the way to the tip of the fingers. Noticing what's present for you. And if that feels heavy, you may bring some movement. Open your eyes slightly and again, maybe finding something of beauty or inspiring to you. Not trying to bypass what's happening in the body, but if that brings up too much emotions or too much anxiety, then feel free to manage it as best as you can. There's no shame in that at all. You're doing what you need to do. And then noticing what's happening in the head. So paying attention to the jaw, the inside of the mouth, the nose, the cheeks, the eyes, the eyebrows, the forehead, the ears, and the crown of the head. What's happening here? And now that we've established some kind of inventory of our bodies, if you've noticed an area or areas where there is particular tension or pain, something that doesn't sit quite right with you, and you'd like to send some care, then please send your breath to this area, and you could also send some light, so maybe a bright white light. So for me at the moment, my left shoulder is really painful. So I'm bringing that image of the white, warm light. And with each inhale, I'm sending that light, that healing light to the shoulder. just to send some energy and some compassion and some love to this area so that it knows that, yes, I've heard you. I understand. Here's some care. You may also bring touch. So you could bring your hand, for example, to the area. That could bring some warmth if you bring some friction and energy to your hands by, rubbing them against each other or against your thighs, for example, and just bringing that warm touch to one area of your body that could do with some support. And again, I don't say this with judgment or this is wrong, my shoulder's hurting. We all think it, I think it. But let's invite some relief and some care and some compassion this time. And not labeling it as right or wrong. Because sometimes most often with pain, there's a lot of emotions that comes along with it, and those emotions may not be that supportive. So, but we're all humans, so it's a practice, and this is what we're aiming to do today. And if none of this makes any sense to you or sounds good to you, then just let the bed, the couch, the seat support you as much as possible. And breathing gently and noticing your breath moving in and out of your body. Noticing the flow of that breath from your belly up to your chest, your heart center, your throat, and your nose. I'm going to leave you for a few minutes in silence to do this. I'm still here with you. Everybody's here with you. If that feels like too much, again, you can bring back some movement, some gentle movement. Just find that care for yourself. So do what you need to do to feel safe and supported. And continue with this, gently noticing what's happening and receiving what the space around you is giving you. And as we talked earlier, there was a solar eclipse on Monday. And this week, there's a lot going on. There's Eid and there's a lot of Sikh and Indian and Hindu, Buddhist celebrations as well. So it feels like there's a lot of potent divine energy around. And as an invitation to bring that in the practice, so you can stay with the light, the touch, the breath, or if you would like, I'll invite you to call on these energies, those trusted forces. So it could be the earth, the sun, the moon, nature. Could be spirit guides or healed ancestors. Any beings or cosmic forces that will bring what you need right now. So it could be healing, goodness, support, care, compassion, softness, creativity, anything that your body, mind would like to invite and cultivate, or whether so that you can access it within you with that support. So I'd let you think for a bit about who or what that can be. And then once you've got that being or group of beings, invite them to come and fortify that light, that touch, that breath that you've been accessing, cultivating yourself for the past few minutes. And so continuing to bring any light, care, touch, breath to any parts of your body that really crave it right now. That could do with your support and the support of its trusted forces. Inviting the earth, the sun, the moon, nature, spirits, healed ancestors, other beings that bring you comfort and care and support. Invited them to offer you what you need right now. And notice how that feels in your body, how that's landing. And continuing with your breath and letting the bed or the seat support you as much as possible. And we're going to do this for a few minutes in silence. Again, I'm here, everybody's here in Sangha and community. As a circle of support. Continuing in silence for 2 or 3 minutes. Bringing your attention to heart center. You may place your hand on top of each other, on top of your heart. Or in Anjali Mudra, prayer pose, so palms facing each other, fingertips touching. and the thumbs against the heart, as an offering to the sacred practices and teachings of yoga and our teachers' teachers who have protected these practices for centuries and centuries so that we can still benefit and study them today. An offering of gratitude for this community and all the people around us that support us every day so that we can take that time to practice. An offering of gratitude to ourselves for showing up just as we are. An offering of gratitude to Earth, the Sun, the Moon, and all the cosmos and the universe for continuing to hold us and nurture us. And bringing to mind a being, group of being, an end, community, a cause that could do with some extra support right now. And we'll send the merit of this practice to them, and to do so with a blessing of metta, loving kindness. You may join me or listen. May all beings everywhere and with no limits be happy, well, safe, free from harm and suffering, and at ease. May all beings be free and liberated. If you wish to stay in Shavasana and just continue the practice, then please do so. You can even switch off the Zoom, or start to bring some gentle movement back in the body as it feels good to you. Maybe you're blinking the eyes open, welcoming back the light, coming back into your space. And coming back to one another. Thank you for your practice. Always lovely to see you all. We